Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have brand new for Paper Wishes, Moda Scrap, the Spring Blossom and Spring Flowers collection. These paper packs are so gorgeous. When Debbie and I first saw these, Paulette brought them back from a show and we just thought, oh my word, they're gorgeous. And they have these beautiful watercolor prints that we just fell in love with for spring. I don't even know if our camera is going to do these justice. Look at that, just beautiful. And I love this sort of an ombre effect here from green to blue. Beautiful. Look at that. And then, oh, another one on the back there. And let me show you the Spring Blossom, which is just gorgeous. This beautiful sort of almost a retro shade of yellow and green that just works so great together. Look at those arrows. Beautiful little plants, very botanical, this one. And it's got a linen finish on this set. Oops, look at that one with all the words on it. I just love all of these plants and the little flowers. And this one, this collection even has the cutouts for readings. Beautiful, right? All right, so let's get right to it, and I'm going to show you these projects that Debbie and I came up with. So first, this is a beautiful page using the Spring Blossom collection, and Debbie did this page. I just think it's beautiful. She also added, let's see, this from 49 and Market. This is Garden Petals. This is the Sunshine color. Beautiful. Look how beautifully it goes with this. She even added a little yellow and then sort of a cream and green twine. And then in the background, she added these little jewels. This is the Diamond Sparkles. This is the Gold and Silver Shimmer collection, and they're faceted jewels. She used the gold on her page as like on the flower centers, but she also used the green collection, which I forgot to grab, so be sure to check that out. And also the Pixie Petals, little tiny flowers, which are my favorite, added those just little tiny, they're just the right size. I think they're perfect for card making as well. And this is also Sunshine. Here we go. I love how she added the twine to the photograph as well and tied that around there. Just really a beautiful, stunning page. Then she also made a card. Let me grab this card. Go. What a gorgeous card. Now, she took one of those pages that I pointed out for the greetings. Let me see if I can find that one. Well, first of all, she cut out her greeting from this words page. She cut out the thanks, and then below that she cut out you make this world beautiful. And there was a page here, if I can find it. Not gonna find it. Anyway, we saw it. There was a page that showed you where you could cut out all these little greeting sort of plaques. And then she added to this not only yellow ribbon, this is from the yellow ribbon set from Paper Wishes, but also these thin line dazzles. There are just dozens of little thin line dazzles here, and one of the little keys that Debbie and I like to, little tips rather, when we remove these dazzles, I grabbed two. They just add a little bit of sparkle to your card without really taking or adding bulk for an embellishment to your design. But when we put these on, I'll just show you above the first one here. You just tack one side down, just use your finger to press that down, and then you're going straight across and just letting that fall naturally like that. You could also use the grid on a cutting mat to help you get that aligned. There we go. And I thought we would also take this collection and build a card. So here we go. All right, so for this one, I am going to use just some tan cardstock, and I've inked the edges, and then I've just cut my green leaves paper here just a little smaller. I really don't ever measure when I do these things. I just, I can show you how I do this. This is what I do. Cover my card, and then I just kind of put it like that, and I decide the border on the top and the bottom that I want, like this, and then I just mark it here, and I mark it here, and then I use my paper cutter to cut it off. So I never measure anything. Just sort of eyeball that. And then I'm going to use the oval, 12 oval and scalloped cutting dies from hot off the press to do a green stripe oval. And as you can see, I have inked the edges of all these pieces. This is the basic set for the Cat IQ. And I just like taking the copper just because it's a little more special than just brown. And I like to put that just along the edges of all the pieces. And I think it really adds to the look of a card when you have inked the edges and you're keeping within the color scheme of this brown or copper. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. And then I've got a nifty little tip for you here. I made a border to go across it, but the border is made from the multi-stripe. I went ahead and cut it off the cover of this paper pack, okay? I just went ahead and cut that off too. Waste not, want not. All right, and I'm gonna put that across the center. And then I've done yellow. That's gonna be centered on the larger oval. And so just adding that border between those ovals just sort of breaks that up visually. Just gives it a little interest. And then I'm using, this is new from hot off the press. This is the Birdcage cutting dies. This is one of my favorite cutting dies. And as you can see, I just cut it out of tan cardstock. It's the same tan that I had on the background. And I went ahead and did some inking on those edges all the way around. And then I also took the little bird, let's see if we can grab this again. So the little bird right here, and I cut this out 3 times. Once from a dark brown, and then once the leaves from some of the green stripe paper. I just wanted the leaves to be green. And then another time from the linen paper. Okay, so I just used portions of that. I didn't need to cut the whole thing out. I have my little scissors. So I'm just going to cut the linen, cut away the excess pieces. Oh darn, I cut away my tail. Don't cut away your tail. All right, and I've got my little ink pad. All right, and then I just glued that right over the top of the dark blue, the dark brown. And then I did the same for these little leaves right here and glued those right there. So what I came up with is that little guy, okay? And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the front of it and on the back, because I want to glue it behind this bird cage at just the right spot. There we go. So you can see that glue that I put on the front is just sort of hitting those little bar areas. And I want to make sure that that top part is sort of looking like it's going into the top of the cage. So I don't want to just see it hanging there. I want to make it look like that could really be real. Go. All right, and then for my little green set of ribbon, well, actually, this is from the gingham set. This is from the gingham, the new set of gingham ribbons available at Paper Wishes. And I'm just going to put that right there. And then I forgot to bring it along with me, but you could just add a little tiny words and phrases dazzle right here or along the bottom, just to finish that up for your greeting. Very cute and simple to do. All right, so let's take a look at the next set, which is the spring flower set. Grab this beautiful page that Debbie did. We might want to move out a little bit, Steve. And Debbie did this page actually cutting out, she used flowers. Let me say the color here. This is the Sky Country Blossoms flowers from 49 and Market, and this is the Cobalt Flowers collection. And she's also got some leaves here, which she actually cut out from one of the papers. Here we go. She just went and just cut those out to add them among her flowers. And then she used these great die-cut sentiments from Creative Expressions. So we've got you are the best, you make me happy, and there's only one like you. And when she die-cut those individual little greetings and sentiments, she then sprinkled them. Well, first put a clear embossing pad over them and blotted that to get that sticky, and then she sprinkled them with this embossing tinsel, and this color is Vintage Royal Blue. Sprinkled those over those and heated those, and then matted them or backed them with some, looks like green linen paper. So that's really, really beautiful page. And here is a card that Debbie made. On the back here you see this beautiful typewriter. This is called the Dear Santa typewriter. But other than the fact that it says Dear Santa on it, there's no reason you just can't use it for any occasion, and that's what Debbie did here. And instead of putting the Dear Santa, she just used black tiny words and phrases, you're the best friend, and she used purple jewel dazzles here. And she also inked the paper using a dark blue ink pad and then backed it with some green paper from the same pack. So that's really cool. And the card that she actually used for this is a pull-up card. It's a die-cut card from hot off the press. And look at this. When you pull it like this, the greeting just pops all the way out automatically. Isn't that great? And for this little plaque right here, she used the 8 labels for your greetings cutting dies, and then more of the black tiny words and phrases. So I'm going to show you how to put together one of these pull-up cards. They're very simple. Inside the packaging, on the inside of the back cover, you have the flap pattern right here, and the inside pull-up, everything you need here, and also the step-by-step color instructions on how to do it. So let me show you how to put this together. It's got all the score lines, everything is pre-cut. We're just going to take our little, this is double or extra sticky tape. I like to use the giant roll, jumbo roll, because it lasts forever. There we go. All right, and so that's just going to stick on the sides just like that. We made the pocket. And then this is the piece right here that we are going to attach right here. And this is where the instructions tell us to, I've put the extra sticky tape at the top edge of the flap. If you put it down at the bottom only, then it wouldn't work right. So you want to get that along the top edge as the directions tell us. And then you're going to take this, put it in the pocket, and we're going to take this fold that's on this back flap, and we're aligning the bottom edge of this flap with that. Oops, it's a little crooked. There we go. Okay. And then we just kind of get it going. That first time, we want to get it going. There we go. And it just pops right in and out. Okay. So as you can see, the more times you work it, the better it works. And she covered each one of her little pieces with a beautiful spring flowers pack. That's the blue and purple set. Okay, let's take another look at another card here. Okay, this one, I'm going to show you how to make a double Z-fold card. Okay, it's really easy to make. I'm going to use the Adorable Scoreable Mini, and we've had this in our design stuff in the back for a while, and I just reminded Paulette how great a tool it is, so she told me she's going to start carrying this again. So keep on the lookout for the adorable scoreboard adorable scoreboard mini, because it's just a really, really helpful tool. So my cardstock is 12 inches wide and it's 6.5 inches tall. Okay, so I've already put this here. And then I'm going to score it at 2, 4, 8, and 10 inches, because that's going to be right here. We want to leave that space between the 4 and the 8 for the inside back of the card. Okay, and what I love about this scoreboard is, of course, you don't need to write the numbers down. You just align them right here where it says number 2 and number 4. And then number 8 is the very last one, okay? And then number 10, we don't have a number 10, but that's okay. We're just gonna put it right here. And as long as the 8 and the 10 are 2 inches apart, we are good to go. Okay. And now we're going to fold in the number 4, so it's over to the side there. And I like to take that bone folder and move it. Get it really scored well. Okay. And the 2 and the 10. Okay. So as you can see, when it's all, oh gee, can't believe I did that. When I scored it this way, when I went for the 8 in, I should have scored this one back. So sorry everybody, I got excited. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, and then we did this one, and now we're gonna fold the back flap this way. There we go. I just got really excited. All right, so now we're finished fold like here. And I've already covered one panel. I'm going to do the second one. How I do the panels, let me move this out of the way, is I like to just take my paper as I showed you before, and let me grab one of our colors here. Here we go. This is the wrong color, but that's okay. I like to just take it and kind of go like this. And then I allow myself to mat it with another, like the green cardstock too. So I just want to make sure I have enough space, and then I just mark it with a pencil here and here and use my cutter, paper cutter, to cut that out. All right, so I've already got my strip matted with green. And I like this green striped paper because it goes from a light green down to kind of a green-blue color. All right, and then on the inside here, I have another panel that's also matted with green. We're going to glue that to the inside back. Forget. All right. All right, we're going to fold that together. So that is the base of our card with our panels on it. Then I have a circle that I've gone ahead and cut from the green leaves paper, and then matted that with a blue paper that has a scallop circle. And then I just took a border, made a border rather. This is about 1.5 inches wide from the green leaves paper, and then I just matted that with some blue cardstock. Okay, and then I just simply put that right here with my card. And then I decided to score that on the side. So it's overlapping. And we're just making a closure for our card. Because I didn't like how it popped open, even though it was nice and scored. It still pops up a little bit. So I'm going to glue this right on top of it. And we're just going to let that dry for a second. While that's drying, got this adorable cutting die. This is Sending You a Big Hug, and this is from Hot Off the Press as well, using the same green paper that I've been using for my mats. I'm going to put that right there on the center. And then I've got some of these beautiful flowers. This is from the Sky collection from Country Blooms. We're just going to glue these. This here. And then these are the little pixie petals like I had for the yellow ones, and this is the sea glass color. And it just matches perfectly with these colors. And then we're just going to put there. I'm going to put one down here on the card base or bottom edge of that. I'll put that one right there. And then we've also got these beautiful little sparklets, and this color is sea level. Okay, so I'm really going for that green and blue look. Pour out some of those. And we're going to put some of these little pearls on here as well. We love the sparkle on our cards. There's a little sequin, and I love the little mixture of things that come in these little sparklets. Always the right color that you need, or the right little bit of sparkle. Okay, and I'll do one more right there. Okay, I think that's taken long enough for my closure to dry here. So that's just going to slide right up. Notice I didn't put any of the little embellishments at the top because I want that free, so that it can just slide right up like that. And open our card like that, and it just makes a really nice presentation, I think. That back on there. And I also think it's pretty self-explanatory when you're sending this to somebody that that they slide this off. Sometimes I think our closures get a, the cards that when we're making for others, sometimes we're like, they don't have an explanation when they get that. So I like to make them really easy so that they know how to operate the card when they're getting it, right? All right, so look at all of these wonderful projects, and the colors are beautiful. Scrapbooking and card making. So we have a great money saver on these paper packs today. So if you're watching us via the vlog page, just look for the money saver. It's directly below this video. You can click on that link and it'll take you to the money saver page. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see the money saver link there, as well as a link to paperwishes.com, where you can see lots more videos and all kinds of goodies. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.